One second, chat. Let me fill up this water real quick. Actually, what is up? What is up? Oh yeah, I gotta change the title. We don't script today. OpTic VOD Session, I should say. We'll watch back some of the matches from yesterday. What is up, chat? What is up? Did they upload it to YouTube, chat? Case on Showdown? I can watch like Seth's live stream or something. No scrim say? Nah. Everyone was kind of one shot. So yeah, plus usually Monday's our day off anyway. So this will be our last day off before our matches Friday. I want to watch the Genomates ones. I'm co-streaming on Twitch just to test it out. I want to see if it still works. So if you're in the YouTube chat, what is good? What is good? Let me see. Problem is I don't have like a what's it called? I don't have a thumbnail for YouTube. Do people usually just literally make new thumbnails every time they stream on YouTube? Is that not kind of insane? Whatever. I'll move my cam a little bit. Key takeaway from this weekend? There's some search stuff we still gotta go over. Like, we didn't go over search too much, so this week will be a lot of just getting on the same page with some search stuff. Because a lot of the search reps that they have are the beginning tournaments, obviously. And sometimes they weren't playing with each other, so I think another thing is getting used to the whole sniper shit. Obviously, we haven't played with a sniper in a while, and also with this new fucking two death thing or whatever. So yeah, I think playing around the sniper, because dude, Dante was ripping our shit. I'm not gonna lie, Dante had a really good day yesterday. And I feel like he like solo won so many rounds for them in search yesterday. Wait, this is, oh, I want to do the Gentlemate series. When did we play Gentlemates? Isn't that here? Should be this one. Yeah, here we go. It says LAT, but there we go. Were the boys checked in grands or do we got played? I mean, a little bit of both. I think they were playing really well. I don't want to take anything away from them. But playing 3 matches when you've been there since 11 a.m. At like, what, 10 to 1 o'clock in the morning is kind of something they're not really used to. I don't like to make excuses though, but like you could see it. Like it's not a secret. Lost so many mounts to bake off nades. Yeah, they had really good nades. I think one of the bigger takeaways we got from this too is that tacks are fucking unreal. Like this overclock tack stun shit is like these frag stuns are fucking really OP. So you got to play around it. Like a lot of this game is based around tax, I think. Especially with how small the maps are. Like Colossus, dude, tax on Colossus are like you. If you're getting out tacked, you can't even play the game. You can overclock, yeah. I mean, you could overclock tax. You can't really police it. Am I watching the finals later? Yeah, I'm gonna watch the 2 Gentlemate series. We're having trouble on P2s on this map. That was like the way we were winning a lot of the other matches that we were playing. I think our P1s are godlike on this map. Our P2s and P3s are kind of not great, or at least at this tournament. And since we didn't have like a great P3 or like towards the end of the P3, we would usually get flipped out for the P4. I just spilled this water. Dude, could they have not used gray? Or why are we using gray? This is so hard to read on this minimap. This is the first time me seeing the minimap because or sorry, me seeing the minimap while we were playing because I was just watching behind them during the tournament. But dude, why are they not just using white? Gray blends in with the map. Lots of VOD to watch, I guess, are the positives from yesterday, and lots of monster for Shotzi at Heesh. Lots of monster for Shotzi. I know that's what you meant to say. This is kind of the situation that we didn't want to have happen. When a lot of times we were off of this rotation and we get this kill in the back. I think Mason has to go mid here so that he can't spawn like close middle. This close middle spawn allows him to get the B cut real quick, and we're end up just being trapped dojo here because we spawn on these guys. And when they have B cut, it's so much harder. Puts us in an awkward position while we're just like stuck dojo. Bro, JP, the M8 fans are absurd. Wait, really? Wait, what's going on? I don't really, I mean, I didn't really read chat or see what the fuck was going on. Are they going rogue or what? Also, chat, unfortunately, this week we won't be able to stream scrims. We were requested by the league not to for this week specifically because we'll be playing on like we just got our CDL accounts, so we'll be playing on our like a new build. So it's technically not out yet, so we won't be streaming for this week. But there are some changes that have happened. I'm not obviously going to go into them, but there are some changes for the patch. Good changes? I mean, we'll see. Again, I literally can't get into it. Does the league like you guys streaming scrims? I feel like it should. I mean, yeah, I mean, they probably like it. They just requested that no one stream because of this new build thing. Because it's technically, we're playing on the build that I guess will be coming out soon for the public. But we got special access to it because they need to release the CDL build. So they're politely requested, which is obviously something we'll do. Yeah, I will say these P ones that we had on this map were really good. I think on both maps that we played, the P ones were really good. Wait, am I not on 1080? Oh, I am on 1080p. Why does this not look like 1080p? Oh, I can do 1440. Okay, we'll ride with that. Completely off topic. Did you end up finishing the COD simulation program you used to do on stream? No, I didn't. I kind of got bored with it, and a lot of the stuff that I do coding wise, I want to focus with the team stuff. So that was kind of like a side project, but I don't know. The way I see it is like every time I want to do a project thing, I feel like it should help the team in some way. I don't like spending time on projects that won't really like if I'm going to spend time doing it, I might as well spend time doing it on something that could help the team. You know what I mean? Will we be testing out the Maddox this week? I have no idea. Same thing with this initial hold on the P3. I think they end up breaking here on us. Like when we have to early rope to the P3, we kind of have to just play it a little bit different. Because that was the second time we kind of early rode. I think earlier in the, what was it? The LAT match? Is that when we played Den map 1? Or maybe it was the first match of the entire thing. It felt like we were getting that same situation. Thoughts on the current map set for comp and which map will be exchanged for standoff? I don't know if any of them will be. Maybe a search map. For me, I like Den. I like Scar. Blackheart for me is like Blackheart and Colossus. I'm not gonna lie, feel. I hate to say it, but they just feel way too small. Like they feel almost too straight up, and that's. I mean, it's a good thing, but also a bad thing because it's at least like Colossus for me. Two of the hills play the exact same way, but they're just mirrored, and everything just flows from top mid, and top mid can reach to anything, and kind of you literally have to play around top mid for every hill. So it does feel like you're playing the same way, at least for two of the hills, and another one is just a bang out P1. Blackheart's growing on me, but again, it does feel very straight up. And exposure was alright. And again, mid, but I think Den and Scar are 100% the best hardpoint maps personally. Are we scrimming today? No, we're not scrimming today. We're scrimming tomorrow though. But again, chat, I might have to pin this, but we will not be able to stream scrims this week. Is there still a lot to learn for this game still, or is it pretty standard, so it's just perfection? Oh, no, I mean, we're going to be learning up until, like, at least, I would say, like, Major 2, most likely. And then that's when usually things get pretty much figured out, and it's kind of just about execution. I feel like no one really knows how to play Overload yet. That's constantly going to be developing for the next couple of months, I feel. Nobody played Reyes and Deke unless I missed it. I just don't think it's that great in this game. I think the timings are completely off with the movement. And there's so many things like you can access. You can like jump over things and see bombs, and it's like, I don't know. It obviously plays different. I would like to see Meltdown though. I think Meltdown would be really cool to see in the map pool. That was one of my favorite search maps. By the way, will you be part of the meet and greet or something at the major? Going to be my first esports event. I assume if we do a meet and greet, yeah, I'll be there. I assume we'll do one major one. I don't see why we wouldn't. Were you guys checked in the sudden death overload? Mason's heart must have dropped going for the point at the end. Yeah, dude. Well, first off, I obviously think the OT rules are dumb as rocks. It's like you almost, if you have the ball, you want to die with it before 5 seconds so you can spawn up and don't have the ball, don't have them have UAV on you. But the issue there was like they were calling to him to try and go for the goal. And he made the right play. The problem is he should have went inner to pipes to A. That was his only chance of actually like capping because they were behind him solar. If he went through to their spawn and then cut to the right to the B point, I don't think he gets it even that way, but he 100% gets it if he goes pipes to A. So that's just unfortunate. It's just like a hindsight thing, literally right after you think about it. It was the right play to go for the goal. It was just unfortunately he needed to cut there. I don't know. Maybe some people think differently. I think Colossus is not that great of a search map. I think there's just not much you can do. It's like you're basing your round off your trophy, or if they don't have a trophy, and you kind of just either bang something out or wait until like 45 seconds and do something. How about the Blackheart though? Fucking crazy comeback, dude. The Blackheart comeback was crazy. From the P5 to the P2, I swear, like, no one died the entire time. They played it legit perfect, those three hosts. $16 spree as a team? That's crazy. It was like 2 a.m. and I'm dead about to knock out, and the Blackheart ending woke me up. That Blackheart ending was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever been a part of a comeback like that in a hardpoint. What was it, 90 to 220 or something? That's an insane comeback. Why are you guys not streaming scrims this week? Because we got our CDL accounts, so we were requested by the league not to stream this first week because we're playing on basically an advanced build. So there's content and new shit that's not really in the game yet, and they don't want us like obviously leaking that, which makes complete sense. Frying and holding those hills especially is impressive on a smaller map like Blackheart. Oh, 100%. Doing it on a small map is like you have to be playing perfect straight up. It's not like, oh, you're sneaking through and getting spawns or something. Like you're just playing straight up, winning gunfights and chaining. Literally that. Yeah, the overload OT was unfortunate, obviously, but we were also up 4-2 in the Scar search, and we kind of lost control of that one. That one kind of hurts. I feel like that one hurts more than the overload. I believe we were up 4-2. I could be wrong, but we'll look back at it when we start watching it. Yeah, I'll pin that. Thanks. Overall OT loss was super deflating for the boys, especially after S&D. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't, especially at that time at night. But regardless, again, good reps. It's just unfortunate that like how long like the tournament kind of was taking, and we were there since like 11. But I mean, Genomace was playing really, really well. I'm telling you, like, they have the best tax in the game right now. And tax are like everything on some of these maps. So after this week, we'll streams be back. Whenever they tell us that we can play it. So I assume so. Also, technically, we weren't playing on LAN. Well, I guess we were. Like, I don't know. It's the closest thing to LAN that isn't LAN because we were all playing on a Dallas server from the same like facility. But I swear the sub was ripping. This sub is crazy right now. Can you show us some of the attacks that were good? I mean, I don't know what was caught on stream, but I mean, you could just see from whenever we're trying to do something, especially in a, what was it? I think it was a Colossus in the grand finals, the Colossus Hardpoint. It looked like we couldn't even play the game because it was just Tax City. Didn't Bruce say something about packet loss against LA Team Losers Finals? Yeah, he was getting packet loss in the Scar Hardpoint, which was weird because like I was watching him and I saw him getting packet loss, so I knew he was losing full, but I felt like he was tucking that map, so it didn't really matter. He was just playing through it. Dante best sniper at the moment. I mean I swear he was taking over like some of those maps for them. Like I'm telling you, he was playing that shit really well. I think he is right now currently. At least I don't want to say like best sniper as in, I want to say like most impactful, obviously. Because you could be a good sniper. I think like Brandon's probably the best sniper, but the most impactful right now, like Dante was literally winning them rounds by himself. I'm not even kidding. That's why I kind of hope they take the whole aim assist off, because the way I see it, and don't get me wrong, I think Dante's godlike sniper. I think Brandon's a godlike sniper. I don't want it to be able to have like anyone be able to snipe like they do, if that makes sense. Like I feel like this whole sniper situation raises the skill for it to an extent, and people like, oh, but if you have a good sniper on your team, you want the snipers. In my opinion, it makes it so that like those guys using a sniper aren't as impactful as they could be because everyone else can just snipe just like that. You know what I mean? That was my like viewpoint on it, where it's like you're kind of raising everyone's floor. And to me, that's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, if we were running a sniper without aim assist, like, I feel like Brandon would be diffing a lot of people. And, you know, sometimes he is, don't get me wrong. And obviously, don't take it as a slight to Dante, because I think he was literally fucking winning them rounds with it. And I think he's good regardless. But the concept of it is like, it takes away from those who are actually the like really good snipers. Thoughts on the new Cyber GA? I like the idea of it. I just think it like the auto aim assist or sorry, what did I say? Auto aim assist? Just aim assist on snipers just needs to be removed. I think this is a cool compromise if you don't want to have it in fully. But I think the tracking can get really weird, as I've said before. If you don't know if the guy was sniping, like you dominate him off the rip, or if he never shot during the round and he was for the final kill, you technically don't know if he had a sniper. So now, as a player, you don't know how to read that. You don't know how to play for it because you don't know if he still has that next life. Yeah, I think there's some flaws with it, but I fuck with the idea because at least for our guys, like yesterday when we were calming in search, they were constantly having to think about it. Like they were like, oh, you know, we killed him first one time, he's got one more life or whatever. Like it was a constant meta game, and I think anything like that is obviously good for search in terms of like making people think a little bit more. But I still think it's probably too easy to use, unfortunately. Like we just because we have this 2 death thing doesn't mean that we shouldn't try and get the aim assist removed. Someone threw out an idea last night here, or where no matter if you've used your 2 sniper lives, both teams can pull a sniper out for round 11. But what if I've only died with it once and you've died with it twice? Now you can just pull it out again? Or what? You know what I mean? That doesn't really seem fair. Then you should have used it twice? Well, you are using it twice. What if I just didn't die with it? What if I'm 11-1? I haven't died second time. You know what I mean? It's not 2 lives, chat. It's 2 deaths. I think people are confusing that. You can't, it's not just like you can use it for 2 rounds. You have to die with it twice. So you can use it for 10 rounds. You can use it for 11 rounds. If you never die with it twice, you can just keep pulling it out, you know? Bruce trying to say the off on Den was funny. Yeah, and was like, yo, Loki, you should save it. I was thinking to myself, you should have said that shit fucking 4 seconds ago. He's already in the small room. What if you switch classes? Great question. There's a little gray area with it. It's like, what do you I don't know. Again, I think if you switch classes and you're not using the sniper anymore. In my opinion, at least. You switch classes, but what if you, again, what if you die at the start of the game? Or at the start of the round? Again, you don't know if they were sniping or not. Well, and then someone else is like, what if the person who died had to type in chat -1 or something? You know what I mean? But then you have to rely on the other people being trustworthy and shit. Expose, appreciate the resub for 7 months. Thank you, man. And Yixi, the 5 gifted Yixi. Appreciate that, man. The GOAT Yixi in the chat. Thank you, man. These guys are playing this map, this overload well, I think. Dude, I felt like they were just constantly pinching. Like, constantly pinching our plane. Are the goal positions, the overload, actually balanced? Great question. In my opinion, there's always going to be a favorable goal to go to, and always going to be a favorable side. But something like, at least right now, when I was thinking about exposure yesterday, and this is the one that I see it a lot, like exposure chat, dude, I feel like it is so hard to cap those points on the bottom of the screen. Like the ones that aren't solar side, it is so hard to cap. I would say, I haven't looked at this yet, but if someone's gone back and done it, I would say at least 90% of the caps in that map are on the solar side. the caps on the we call it the dirt side or the P5 side are just so hard. They spawn way too close and they're able to just get back to it and stop you way too easily. And Benjay was saying in Hardpoint you guys rely too much on Hook to comp for the other three. Do you agree? No. I know rotation is counted as getting the majority time in the first 10 seconds of a hill, but what about if neither team gets the time in the first 10 seconds? That's why I do, instead of the first 10 seconds of the hill, I do the first 10 points scored. When I calculate it. So out of the 10 first points scored, not seconds, that's how you do it. But again, there's discrepancies to that, but at a high sample rate, like that ends up being like a good way to do it, in my opinion. How long does it take to download the competitive build of a game onto a computer? Is it like a whole new game? It's like as if you downloaded multiplayer on BO7 again. So yeah, basically. I think it's like 100 gigs or some shit. Whatever the multiplayer thing, it's literally like a secondary multiplayer build. How tired were you last map yesterday? I was pretty fucking tired. But I don't have to play, so it's not as bad for me. But dude, I woke up at 6 o'clock yesterday morning. I've been getting up a lot earlier. I usually don't wake up at 6, but I got up at 6 and I just couldn't fall back asleep. And I was thinking to myself, oh fuck, what if this Kson tournament goes late again? And then it started to get or then the first series started going like really long and I was like, oh fuck, dude, I'm so screwed for this. I didn't get back home until I got in my apartment at like 1:45, I want to say 1:45 2, somewhere around there. And I was one shot. Chat, like I'm not the one to stay up real late, bro. I'm going to bed at like 11:30 usually. Why don't they just start earlier if they know it'll go long? Well, they didn't know they were gonna have these issues. There were like a bunch of issues with the what it was called, like NAT type joining games. So team like one player sometimes would just not be able to join the game. I think they were able to fix it. I don't know how they were able to fix it or what changed, but it got really smooth after like the second series. How was the last S&D map on Den? Couldn't watch it. Not great. You didn't really miss much. The overload goal bottom right of Scar is never used. Yeah, I mean it's just so much easier to score the A one. That's kind of what I'm saying. The two like middle ones are the ones you'll see obviously being scored a lot more. It's much harder to score these outer ones. I mean, there's always going to be favorable sides. There's always going to be favorable goals. I don't think there's going to be a way to kind of like standardize that. It's just the map in general and how it plays out. I guess you can move the B one up a little bit more, but I don't know. I feel like you're always going to have a favorable one most of the time. Actually, I will say Den, that's why I think Den is played really well for Overload, because I feel like both, actually no, I shouldn't say that. I feel like the P4 one and the Dojo one are kind of like 50-50. You can score those pretty well. I feel like the P2 one though is really hard to score. So if you're attacking from like the Dojo, like you're spawning Dojo or the Dragon side, I feel most of those caps go to the Gen right now. Like the Gen area. Do you have to I don't know what you're saying. When you pick up the ball and Overload, Scrap missed it, but seemed like he wasn't really that much of the drone. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you talking about the Paco like wall jump thing? That's just a thing. That's just coded into the game. like if you jump off something, it's gonna go to where like you were last on the ground always. That's just how the game is. Sometimes you'll see that if you die with the ball, like you just jump off top solar and you die with the ball, it's gonna spawn up on top solar. You know what I mean? Or if you jump off the map, I think it's a rule to like in place to basically stop people from just jumping off the map with the ball and having it be like off the map. For that reason, uplink is the best. Yeah, I think uplink is definitely a better game mode, but I do think this has potential. I don't want to take away from it, because I like the game mode. I think it has potential. I just think there needs to be some fixes. I don't even think that's a bad aspect of the game. I think there's a lot more things you get fixed. That's just something that's coded into the game. Like that's how it was built, like intended. This is the weird scenario. Obviously, we've never been in this scenario yet. Ants in their base, we're kind of stuck in our base. We're playing for the reset. Like they're calling like let it reset. But by letting it reset, like we just have no map control, and then they're just able to push up through the point. One guy gets into top green. That's a rep thing. That's just like we've never been in that situation really. So that's like good to know, obviously. What should a player be looking at while reviewing his own VOD? Your arrow and what your teammates are doing and what you're doing off spawn based on what your teammates are doing. Are you filling in something that needs to be filled in? Are you setting your team up for success? Are you going in when you need to go in when someone's behind you? There's so much. It's very hard to put it into like one sentence. I think the play here is spawn and throw EMP grenade to disable the goal until you get the kills to push up. You can EMP your own goal so they can't score? I didn't even fucking know that. Is that actually a thing? There's no way. Fuck, you just taught me something that's true. That's a thing? Bro. I didn't even fucking know that. That's tech. That's some insane tech. It's probably GA chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't fucking know. Merc did it? No. Merc was never using EMP. Bro, the goal line stoppages are actually so hype in this game. Like this game could be, or this game mode could be so hype. Like goal line stands are just, dude, I got hyped when I don't remember what was the cap that, or just it was the, I think it was the Scar comeback on LAT. Weren't we up? Or no, who was it against? We were down 3-0 and then we scored 3 and won the game. Was that Gentlemates in one of the series? Or no, who was that against? FaZe maybe? I don't remember, dude. Yesterday was a fucking blur. Was it LAT? It may have been LAT. Yeah, no, it was the Thieves, the Den one. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm telling you, bro, they were just constantly pitching our shit. Like I was watching Scrim for this, and the amount of times he spawned at this what is it, B search or whatever, bottom wood, the motel, was so many times. They were trying to wait for Ann here top broken, or top blue, I mean. If Ann was like a second earlier, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we were talking about that Magic. That was the only play I think he had to score. I was thinking that he could go through spawn and cut to the right to the B point, but looking back at the VOD, he still, I feel like, would have been killed by the guy solar. So I think the only way he scores is if he goes A. We literally said it like right after too. I don't think if he pulls out his knife earlier, I think he's still getting shot personally. I think 100% if he goes pipes to A, he wins though. Have you seen the champs ring? I've seen the concept of it, not the actual ring, obviously. We fried him on this one, right? Yeah, this is the one we fried him on. Then we lost game 5. Boys sounded tired in the grand finals. Yeah, not surprising. Did you coach Dan before? Yeah, I coached him in MW2. That was my first year as well with OpTic. Mates at S&D Unlock? Yeah. Or Den S&D Unlock? Yeah. I think they played Den S&D really well. Dude, I think they played the second Colossus really well. Like, we smoked them on this one, and then they played the second one really, really well. Again, like Tax City. I think Dante is like hard carrying in some of these S&D rounds, chat, with the sniper. He was so impactful with that shit. I think the focus this week will just be some search stuff. Because I was saying before, but a lot of the reps that they had for search were just in tournaments without like their team, and we need to go over like just some protocol stuff, and also kind of just talking about how we want to deal with snipers, because it's going to be different this game, and we were kind of trying to adjust the whole 2 life thing or 2 death thing, and I think just playing around the sniper thing is going to be really big in this game, so we got to talk about that. Have you seen the CDL camos for OpTic and others? I've seen the hours because of that I remember Roger showing me the concepts when they submitted it, so I know what ours looks like, but not others. Do some teams already have go-to vetoes? Yeah, but I mean that's probably gonna change within a month. This is just like super early. Feel against some teams we don't need the snipers. I mean, why would you not use it though? They're gonna be using it. So you still gotta know how to play against it. You think they'll add in more hardpoint maps into the rotation? I don't know about more, but I assume we'll have new ones at some point in the year, after stage 1 at least. At the moment, I'm just not the biggest fan of Colossus because I feel like 2 hills play the exact same and one is just a bang out nade fest top mid. I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't know. Some other people might like it. I'm just not a big fan of it. I think Damon said he doesn't really like Blackheart, which I kind of agree with. It. I don't know, maybe because it's just, I don't know. At least this one feels way too small. Blackheart's small as well, but this one feels way too small, personally. Like, I'm very surprised we're actually playing this one. It's a very boring map from a viewer perspective. That's what I felt too. It feels like a Halo map where they just made it symmetrical and everything just flows through mid. Everything you're doing is okay, hold the back, pinch through mid on the guy's front. Hold the back, pinch through mid. Hold the back, pinch through mid. And then P1 is, all right, try and get the statue side and just nade the fuck out of it if we don't have it. That's literally the entirety of this, and now it's just execution on it. At least I feel like Blackheart has a little bit more depth to it, but both of them are just so small. And shit, maybe we might be good at it, but I'm just saying, in terms of competitive map, I don't know. I think Den and Scar are just miles ahead, personally. There's at least depth to the map. I personally don't like when it's just super symmetrical like this. Like super small, super symmetrical. What do you think the team needs to work on? I've kind of explained a lot of it already. I'd be like repeating myself. But a lot of the focus this week will be some more search stuff. And I think watching the overloads back against Gentlemates to see how they play. I think specifically the search in this series we'll watch together. The finals a little bit different because the finals, I don't know. I don't want to take too much away from the finals because I know like it was a little checked out based on what was going on, obviously. But this one we still lost too. And this was early in the tournament. Just gotta match Nep's pace, to be honest. What does that even mean? You don't think Kyler and Ann are playing Nep's pace? What is that? I mean, I don't know what that means. I think they're playing really well as a team together. I think, like I said before, I think they have the best tax in the league right now. That team. What, does he have more pace because he was killing more? Like I don't really know what that means. I think that's like I hate the pace buzzword personally. I don't know. What's your daily schedule like with the team on a scrim day? Do you guys do VOD off stream? What about search reps? Sometimes we'll have search after second set. If we're not streaming, sometimes we'll do a best of 11 second set. But we haven't played as much search as we probably should have. together before these tournaments. That's why I want to focus a little bit more on that this week. And then what was the other? Oh, yeah, we'll do like VOD. If we don't do VOD every day, but we'll do VOD beforehands if we're gonna do VOD before the scrim. I don't like doing VOD after scrims personally because I feel like a lot of people usually forget about it. I think before is like you at least it's fresh in your mind. If you like Hardpoint is good, yeah, I think our Hardpoint's good. I think we can learn things, but I think the focus right now is like some search stuff and some overload stuff, obviously. This is the big map that I want to watch because they smoked us on this one. We kind of talked about it right after, but watching it with a podcaster will be good for us to see just like kind of everything. I think you guys aren't considering the fact that they play losers finals into grands. It's not about pace. Yeah, I mean, whoa, did we play 3 matches in a row? Winners finals, losers finals, and grands? Yeah, we did. I didn't realize it was 3 in a row. Oh shit. That makes it even shit. Now I feel even more worse for them. Was it 3? Was it 3 in a row? I think it was. That was a Mamba day, a little Mamba day. Just fucking grind out day. And round 1 glitch. Love it, love it. Agreed, Killer Garber. I said that too. I do think it still plays out well. I think it's still one of the better map, probably the top 2 map in the game, but I think some type of entrance here for sure would be a little bit better. But regardless, I still think it's a really good map. These nades were fucking us up. 1 naded, right? Was that 2? Yeah, no, it was just 1. That's another thing, chat. We were talking about this after the finals, and I think Ant brought it up too, but it's like the fact that we can't run flak and tack at the same time, in my opinion, is kind of whack. Because if you're going to run flak and tack, you have to give up lightweight. I don't think that should be, you know, I think you should be able to do that. If you want to give up lightweight to not die to tax, I think that's 100% a good trade-off. I don't know why that's like a GA or whatever the fuck that is, personally. That tree spot was nasty. Little ratty spot. He should have instantly saved it here. He kind of held this for too long. And right here, Ant was like, "Loki, save it." I was like, "Oh shit." Damn, they got there quick. The inner wall run. They got there super quick. Is that usually the timing, chat? This smoke kind of fucked things up too. No aim assist in the smoke. Is it 2 trophies still, or is 3 agreed upon? Trying to figure out all before Friday. It was 2. It's 2 now. 2, both overclocked. Did he get a commando lunge here? I saw this from Scrim and I was like, holy shit. He just like teleported on the screen. I think everyone's using overclock lethals attacks. I'm not sure. That's a player question. I know about the trophy shit. I think the tack. I think everyone's using overclock nades and tacks though. So dude, the overclock stuns are fucking insane in this game. Yeah, we were trying double speeds and stuff, but I don't know. Apparently, no double speed, 2 trophies, overclocked. I still think tacks are fucking insane in this game though. I think Paris has the best tacks in the game. After what they did in obviously in the searches, we were constantly dying to the 1 nades at the start. But I think it was the Colossus in the grand finals. I was looking at everyone's screen behind them, and it literally just couldn't look like we couldn't play the game. This is a situation we talked about. Just looked awkward. We kind of like, I don't know. It was, I don't want to get into it, but just know that obviously it looked awkward for us too. If you guys are watching this shit, because we're like, we have the control. We're not getting the plant down, but we also don't have mid control. Now they're flanking. Now we're just fucked. You know, Brandon's on the watching the pinch, tweaking because he can get doubled from anywhere. Watching the pinch, like it was. Yeah. Just got here, but Ant looked exhausted. Yeah. Again, I don't like to get I don't like to give excuses because I do think Gentlemates played really well, but you could tell Ant was not on top of his game at that time. Are we gonna stream scripts tomorrow? No, chat. Oh no, the pin message went away, but we can't stream scrims this week. We got our CDL accounts today, so we'll be streaming or not. We'll be scrimming on a separate build, and they requested us to not stream it because it's technically like new content, so we're not supposed to have access to it. So we aren't allowed to do that, unfortunately, this week. Clock strikes 10 p.m. and a glass of warm milk appears in Ant's hand. Holy shit. That's actually funny. Dude, I cannot believe Dan called this from his spawn, bro. It's Ant who pinches, and Dan just kills him on the pinch because he didn't move off spawn. I was so checked. Also, how did he kill? Oh, I guess that goes through. I thought it was like. Oh, I guess it is just glass. I thought that was like a. Oh, you can't even hit the. What is he like? These bars. Like it just goes through. It's good to know. How excited are you for the new season? Super excited. Super excited. Are you enjoying the playstyle of COD in this game? Yeah, I fuck with the playstyle a lot. I just think I'm not too much of a fan of some of the maps. I think some of the maps are classics. I think Den and Scar have the potential to be like literally CDL classic maps. I'm not so high on Colossus and Blackheart though. I think they're just a little bit too small for my liking. I don't think they have as much depth. I think Blackheart is a little bit more depth than Colossus, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit too small. Like Colossus, in my opinion, too small, no depth to it. Exactly, mate. Dude, I literally just called you Mason because I saw fucking Merc in the chat, Joe. Yeah, I think they would play like too similar in terms of like, bro, they're almost like, me and Damon were talking about it. They're almost too straight up together. Like they're both so small that they're so straight up. There's nothing. I don't know. There's at least Den and Scar have like some depth, some extra. Like you gotta work a hill differently. Literally, Colossus, two of the hills play exactly the same. They're just mirrored. I think we're like an Arsenal or Gridlock away. I completely agree. An Arsenal Gridlock away and a meltdown search, and I think we're fucking cooking. Oh, I'm like cheesing over here. Come on now. But Loki, like I obviously I was ragging like the timing of the event, but there's nothing we could have done to fix that. I think Kason's fucking the GOAT for just at least inviting us and hosting these to begin with. I know he was tweaking a lot because obviously he wants to run the best event, and he just had such unlucky events with these two that are starting with the kickoff like last year and this year. But it's literally just out of his control. It's some game stuff that he can't really, fix himself. Joe, I kind of agree with you. I thought that was my take at the beginning, but now I think about it, it just turns into another symmetrical map where both sides would play the same. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does have a little bit of depth where it's like, okay, this is the long side where you literally can't take this route. So that's why I said regardless of if they add it or not, I still think it'll be like a classic map. I think Scar and Den are top two guaranteed in this game. Like those two are some really fucking good maps, personally. Like those two are like almost 6-star level gameplay, in my opinion. I think Scar is really good. The only thing about Scar is I feel like P2 is really, really awkward. Other than that, I think it's the best search map by far. And I think Hardpoint still plays pretty well in it. Exposure is good. Mid is just a maze. Yeah, dude, I like Exposure, but I don't like it because I hate the fucking vibe of it, dude. And that's such a bad, competitive take or whatever. But dude, I hate that it looks like we're just on Mars playing. Like, give me some other vibe. It would be so much better. It's such a boring vibe, Apple. Yeah. Like I fuck with Blackheart's vibe so much. Blackheart reminds me of Frequency, like the vibe of it. I get it. I wish Scar was springtime, dude. Scar reminds me of a. Did someone say this or did I come up? I don't remember if I came up with it. This round was weird. But Scar reminds me of a winter warhawk, bro. It's like an Alaskan warhawk, straight up. This is weird. We didn't have anyone watching the pinch. We talked about this post plant. We could have played this post plant better. I don't want to get into like what we could have done, obviously, but this wasn't such a great post plant. It kind of fucked us up. Or was it this one? Or no, it was no, it was the LEG. Oh no, it was the LEG one or Paris Gentlemates one. Was it that? I don't remember if it was this one or the Paris one. I thought it was a 4v3. Was this not a 4v3? Oh, this is 3v3. Maybe this was the one I was thinking of. We talked about it though. This is, yeah. Boys run out of gas yesterday. I mean a little bit, but you know, gentlemen did play really well too. This whole two life sniping, we have to get a little bit used to though. Just like playing around it. That's just gonna be more reps as a team. Because like trying to make him useless or just not go to him or hitting him out or doing something with it, like the protocols of like knowing where the sniper is and how to work him is gonna be a little like game within a game, obviously, that we haven't had in a minute in CDL. You swap your sniper for a dropped AR or a sub, then die. Does it still count? I think it should, 100%, because you used it that round and then you died, regardless of if you pick something up or not. But again, chat, if that person didn't snipe and they didn't hit a bullet or shoot a bullet, how the fuck are you gonna know? You know, and you didn't see him the whole round. He picked up an AR midway through the round on a teammate that dropped it. How are you gonna know? So how do you, as another team, play against it? Because you're thinking this guy still has one more life. Is it a metagame of like, oh, I hid the fact that I still have one more life with the sniper? That kind of fucking sucks. Because now it's like, did you actually snipe that round? You know, or I don't know. Like you sniped that round and you died with it. So you should have -1 on your deaths. But if the other team doesn't know and can't play around it because they're thinking that you have 2 deaths now, what the fuck happens, you know? Well, he would play his life, right? It's technically 2 deaths. No, yeah, it is 2 deaths. What I'm saying is, let's say he has the sniper at the start of the round. He picks up the AR, dies. So in my opinion, that should be -1 on your life or -1 on your thing. But as a spectator, as an observer, we know that. But as a player, you just see that you killed the guy with the AR, and let's say you never saw the sniper the whole round. So now you as a player, you're like, okay, he still has 1 more life, right? Or he still has 2 lives. But technically, you don't. So you're not playing around the fact that he has 1 less life or should have 1 less life with it. So is the metagame like hiding the fact that, you know, you sniped at the start of the round and picking up something else so that you're hiding it? And they don't know, you know what I mean? How do you get around that? I don't know. Someone suggested, you know, type in the chat if you die with it, but that relies on the other team being truthful about this shit. And you never know with some of these teams, bro. I mean, you got some teams running sound EQ or fucking the tac sprint assist. You think they're gonna tell you if they had a sniper in their hand when you never saw them? And you dated them off rip or something, you know? I think it's impossible to see the argument. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the idea. I fuck with the idea because at least yesterday, comms wise, it did sound like we were thinking a lot more about it because you're just like, it's almost like you know how you would in Dom you'd have a math guy. It was basically one guy or a couple of guys tracking like what the fuck, you know, did we kill Dante? Does he still have 1 more? Whatever. There's still a little bit more thinking to it at least, which is really good for search nowadays. But something like this map, dude, this map is just This map I feel like has no strats. I'm gonna be honest. It's like you need something out the rip. You get a kill. Okay. You just bang the site. If you don't, I will play a little bit slow. Hit something at like a minute 45 or something like that. Or you're playing off of your trophies or their trophies. There's no like strats to it. Like other maps, Den, Scar, you have like actual strats. This is just very one-dimensional. A one-time timeout would fix it? How would it fix it? Because if there's timeouts, then me and Damon would not be able to watch Codcaster, obviously. So who's telling them? We'll tell them whatever we see as well, and hopefully, but the only thing we can see is their screens. So if we don't have them, or if they don't have the info, we don't have the info usually on like what they've actually seen. We can maybe help them out with it if they didn't notice, but it's not like we have the Codcaster view and be like, oh, this guy also had the sniper out when he got naded off the rip. Yeah, Joe, I agree. I think it's a great compromise. I'm just trying to pick at it and devil's advocate it, but I think it's much, much better. I think obviously would prefer no aim assist on the snipers. I'm hoping that's a thing the devs can do. I know they've been much better with feedback this year, so I think there's a chance, but obviously you never know when it's there in their hands. Thoughts on how Overload played yesterday, loving the game mode besides the OT rules. I tweeted out some of the rule changes I think should happen. And I sent this over to some of the Treyarch guys. I don't know if they'll take a look at it. Hopefully they would. I would like to hear their thoughts on it. But I think the game mode has a ton of potential. I actually really fuck with the game mode. I just think some of the rule stuff right now at the moment doesn't really make sense. Here, this is the tweet. Can you guys see this? Oh yeah, you can. First one is stopwatch OT. Obviously, current OT is dumb as rocks. One life OT. If you have the ball when OT starts, you have full on UAV. You can't drop the ball. Another thing, you should be able to drop the ball. Someone said it. Pick up, drop the ball. I like this too. I think you should be able to drop it if you wanted to. But in terms of stopwatch OT, it works just like CTF. Once it goes to OT, you switch sides. You go back to the side you were round one. Whoever caps it first, they have a specific time that they cap that in. Switch sides again. You have to cap it within that time limit or else you lose. Second thing, no mercy rule for halftime a game. I don't think you should ever be capped with the amount of caps you can get on one side. It makes no sense to me. There should be no mercy rule, especially when the mercy rule of the game is 8. So you're just fucking yourself over if you're relaying and you get 4 and that half just stops because you were on the good side. You know what I mean? This is the bigger one. Lower total time and make holding the ball stop time. I think what you'll see in a lot of these games, especially if a team gets ahead by a lot, you're just going to have like 2 minutes of just downtime, stat padding. No one gives a fuck because it's like, dude, if we're up 7-1 with 2 minutes left, I'm pretty sure it's mathematically impossible because it's obviously the 10 seconds per, actual respawn. Plus it's whatever it is, let's say 10 seconds to actually, run the ball to the goal. And that's not even talking about any gunfights that need to happen in the way of it. And then holding the ball to stop the time prevents it, obviously, from teams playing keep away while up because they need to progress with the ball. And it also allows for teams to relay while behind because they can just keep relaying and they don't have to wait for, since the time is stopping, they continually can relay it. Only problem with stopwatch OT is potential full reset, less of an issue at pro play, but challengers a map can't take 30 to 40 minutes. 100% agree. In that case, if we don't want to do stopwatch OT, then just do golden goal. I would say switch sides though, back to the side one, the first side, so that the team that picked the side of the map gets the good side for the OT. I think that makes sense. Or maybe have it kills or I don't know what you would do in terms of sides, because it is important for like good side, bad side. So if we don't do stopwatch, it would have to be some type of compromise like that. I also think that if they wanted to keep the 4v4 type S&D type thing, then in OT, if you're holding onto the bomb with even less or with even lives, the team with the bomb should win. Oh, so you're just like you're holding it and then the time runs out and you just win because you have the ball. Maybe. I mean, I just don't like the one life thing to begin with. It's like, I don't know. Well, I guess, dude, technically, I guess it's like hockey in a shootout or soccer in a penalty shot thing. You're not really playing the same game anymore. Now you're just like a little fun thing at the end to like, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not really competitive. It's just 44 S&D, which is fine. In that case, though, still make it so that you can drop the ball so you don't have you fucking UAV on a guy because he died right before. Also, if someone dies right before, let them spawn in for OT. The fact that you can't spawn in for OT kind of doesn't make sense to me, but I guess it's just like, okay, don't spawn or don't die within 5 seconds. Yeah, dude, the spawn thing, when that first happened to us, I was just like, there's no way, right? Like, Brandon's just not going to spawn. Like, we're just 3v4 for this OT. So, yeah. Hear me out. OT is golden goal, 12 lives per team. I actually kind of fuck with that. You just you turn it kind of into control, but with the ball. I actually don't mind that. If you want to make it a little bit quicker, I actually fuck with that idea. I still think you should switch sides though. I think it should be whoever picks side gets the good side for OT, or have it be kills going into it, like searches. Can you just do VOD of the grand finals? We'll get to it. Calm down. We'll get to it. The S&D overtime is just end and everyone resets to spawn, and it should be simple 4v4 TDM 1 life. So what's the incentive for me never to leave spawn in that case? You see what I'm saying? It can't just be S&D. Like, you need to have the ball in some way. The ball should still spawn and you can cap it. You can't just have TDM. What if it's like CTF where first cap sets a time, the other team needs to match? That's what I was saying with stopwatch. But like you know, Joe said in the chat, stopwatch creates issues where there could be full replays of maps, and usually CDL just doesn't like when there's full replays like that. Like, full replays can fuck up timings of series a lot. I'll be good. In your opinion, what's the best initial setup for P5 Scar? Ask that question again in 4 months when I can tell you. I can't just be giving stuff we talk about away like that. Why don't teams play raid? Because it plays a lot worse in this game. The timings are all fucked up in raid. You can jump and see things that you weren't able to before. So it plays different, but I think people just don't like it. I know we don't like it. Dude, that's been our auto veto the whole last 2 tournaments. Not even secret information. Like, you ask any team, they know that we just veto raid search. How about having the device as like the golden snitch? If you could touch the device, you win. Well, then it'll just go to whoever has the good side at the start of the round, no? Unless you have it start moving around like a snitch. How funny would that be? Starts in the middle and just starts like teleporting across the map. And there's like 30 different spawns that it could spawn on, and you gotta get to it first. COD Quidditch. That would be so funny, actually. That would force people to play a certain way and benefits good side. Oh no, yeah, I was saying like it. Obviously it's not just who first gets to the middle. It'll just actually it wouldn't even start in the middle. It would just start spawning, and it'll be up for like let's say 2 seconds. So you can't get there at the beginning, but then it'll just I don't know random spawns. It was a stupid idea. Don't get me wrong. It was a stupid fucking idea. Why do viewers seem to hate Blackguard Hardpoint? Too small. Not much depth to it. I think it has more depth to Colossus or than Colossus, but I think I don't know, it just feels a little bit too small. Everything just like this game, everything just plays through mid and everything has access through mid. It almost feels so. I don't know. It's all right. I know Damon fucking does not like the map in terms of just gameplay. I think Colossus is worse personally, but it's not. It's just a bang out map. It's okay. Like I think it's mid as fuck, but I think Colossus is a lot worse. I think Den and Scar are really good. I think Exposure is okay. It's like Exposure is good. I shouldn't say it's like I just think Scar and Den are another level compared to it. Why did teams opt to keep the rotating EMP spawn instead of keeping it middle every spawn? I think it adds some depth to the game mode. You kind of have to think ahead about where you're going with the ball, where you want to stop, and how you want to play as a team, because you know where the next spawn is going to be. I don't mind the rotating spawns. At least it's in a specific order. Obviously, if it was in a random order, that would be stupid, but you know what the order is going to be, so. You think Pringe would play well with the wall jumping? Yeah, I think it would. Are you guys testing out any new maps before Major 1 starts? No, apparently we were told that for Major 1, this will be the map set. There's going to be no map changes until after Major 1 is what we were told. Or I think Spence tweeted out. I don't know if we were told privately. I'm pretty sure Spence tweeted out. Or replied to somebody. That's what it was, I think. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. This is the comeback one, right, chat? They score 3 on this side, and then we score 4. This is a good fucking comeback. We're back. My elbow. There it is. I didn't realize they scored all three of that so quick. Or all three of them. I think that's another skill gap right now with overload. When to like play the control, play the tempo, and when to go for it. But I also think some of the spawn shit feels way too like hard to read in the moment. Like sometimes they'll just spawn on the close point when you think they're spawning on the left side or the right side, or whatever the opposite point is. And you're not even like blocking it or whatever. Think they took the foot off the gas too soon? No, I think there's just again, chat, there's a good side and there is a bad side. I think it's much, I mean, it's not even a secret. It's just easier to, at least probably for you guys like watching too, it's easier to score when you're on the side that they're on right now. Fucking what is it, 7 points scored in this game come on the same side? Scar is my least favorite match to watch on Overload, not gonna lie. I think mine's Exposure, just simply because I think the P5, the lower side of the map, is so hard to cap on both sides. I mean all the caps literally go on the top side, the solar side. That's why I don't like that map as much. I think if I had to take one to you know, but even if Scar, you only really see it on those middle points. You don't really see it on the outskirt ones. But I guess it's always just going to be good points to score on. So I guess this is how it is going to be. I would wonder if they move the points up a little bit on some of those points that you don't really go towards as much. Like if you move this A point closer to the garage, maybe. You think teams would play for it more? Or if you, let's say for the Exposure ones, you move it a little bit like further, you know, closer to the middle. Just trying to think of ways, because you just don't see the points being scored over there. I just get started in the analytics industry. I just graduated with my master's in business analytics, so just looking for any piece of advice. I think it's great how you're able to bridge esports analytics. I didn't really come from, I came to just an interest in sports analytics and sports stat stuff. So I've been in the COD scene for a while now. Been watching since like 2012, been like doing stat stuff since what? End of 2013, early 2014, like since Ghosts. So I was kind of just making a name for myself within the scene. Doing stat stuff, and once CDL started, I got an opportunity to work with a team. Are you making your yearly call out videos? Shit, I completely forgot about those. I might have to do that. The problem is like editing and doing all the like YouTube videos is so much more effort than streaming it. Maybe I'll just stream it one time and just rip the VOD and upload it. I just have so much more fun streaming compared to doing a YouTube video. Because sometimes, dude, recording and editing and commentating over and doing all that shit yourself, it takes forever. And I'd rather just stream for like 2 hours than do all that for 2 hours. You know what I mean? So I might just, maybe I'll just do it on stream at some point. I'm surprised both of them went top window like that. Both of them going top window gives Brandon a little bit of space on the left. Even though he dies, like, we're still able to wrap towards them here. It's all map control. It's literally all map control. That cap was hype. I remember getting hype when Mason capped that. See, this is where it gets awkward sometimes, where you obviously you have your lead blocker, you get progression up, but they've already wrapped back to dojo, so now it's just like getting that first blood, getting that first kill is just everything for this. Like, you can wrap it back mid if you wanted to, but they're gonna be trying to play for it too. You see number 1, number 3 is on a late play towards A side, so you can pitch up middle as well if we take it, or if we wanted to wrap towards this side. Wait, does it go on Mason's screen here? Bro, it doesn't. Chat. I was so worried because he goes on top of this wooden, what would you call it? Wooden cubby thing. And he fucks up the movement. He jumps and hits the top of this wall and he bounces his head off of it and lands like to the right. And I was like, oh no, what if they kill him? Like, someone gets an angle here and he doesn't cap. But I guess he had enough time for it. As you see, he literally bumps his head on the top of this and drops down rather than just going like forwards. I thought he fucked up the movement. I was like, oh no. And then this was super sketchy. They try and go for the A1, but we spawn on the cuts, and who is it? Mason wraps back, gets this first kill, gets the second one. And now it's just everyone's just looking at the cross. I think they have another chance here too, where one guy goes out through the lobby. Like, we were trying to play keep away here, but we kind of turtled up. They get progression here. Good thing Brandon was able to stay alive. Brandon and somebody else team shot this, I think. Yeah. Great comeback, though. Really good comeback. It's never chalked, Chaz. Never chalked. What's the hardpoint? What hardpoint are we playing? Oh, Scar hardpoint. This is the one Brandon was getting packet loss on. I was watching Brandon's screen for this one. He was talking. But I think it was, I don't know if it was the second P1 or first P5 where he noticed it, or where I noticed it. I think it was the first P5. And I was like, oh shit. I hope he's not tweaking right now. But he fried him. You see the spawn envoy got versus LET on exposure when he spawned on the point on the point as Abe was about to cap. Yeah. I think it was that match where on exposure. I don't remember the situation. I don't know if it was Envoy and Abe, but there was one time where they're running the ball and a defender still spawns on that goal and it just is able to defend it. I'm like, wait, what? Do you actually share some of your stuff from VS Code, like some insights? I mean, I share, but not within VS Code. If I showed code to them, I think that would check them the fuck out. Obviously, I've built something to make it so that it's like a little dashboard thing that is easily readable, so I can show them stuff. If I showed Brandon code and told him, "Yo, look at this shit," I think he'd be checked the fuck out. Do you use ACL? I don't know what ACL stands for. What does ACL stand for? ACL I know is Austin City Limits Store. I don't know what ACL is. Let me know if you can. Or the shit in your knee. Access code language? I don't know. I've never heard of that. Access code language. Oh, is that like VBA? Oh, it's like using Microsoft Access. No, I just use databases and JS, Python stuff. I don't use Microsoft Access. Yeah, I have database in, I think my database is in, what is it? AWS. But I use a Python Django framework with JS for my dashboard app. If anyone knows, some type of software shit, they'll know what I'm talking about. I only use Django because I started with Python, and when I was thinking about how to translate my shit to some type of app, I was like, how can I easily do this? Because I know Python. And people were like, okay, just use Django framework. What I major in college? I majored in labor relations. I was looking to go into law school, but ended up deferring that. What's the reason for GAing no OpTic on the AR? Is that actually a GA? I assume to not give you the option to add a different attachment, like another good attachment, but that's the only thing I can think of. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Yeah, basically you can't add another beneficial attachment to the M15. But the way I see it now, dude, I think the Dravik is way better. Bro, if you would have saw the Brandon play in the hill here, this shit was so nasty. They didn't have it on the screen, but he was working this table. Did you see the clip of Miles saying Activision invited reps from teams to provide feedback on BO7? Apparently only Ghost C1. Any reason for none of your team went? I'm not sure. I heard it was only the reps, and I think Ant just doesn't read the chat sometimes, especially in the off season. I don't think he was reading the chat, or maybe it was an email. I don't know if it was an email or what. But I was talking to Miles there, and I was like, bro, if you would have told the coaches chat, I bet you all 12 coaches would have joined on that. I'm surprised that they're only like, and don't get me wrong, the players know a lot about, the game and stuff, but I would, if you really want action to be done sometimes, I think all coaches would be down to talk about the game and what you could do with it. And a lot of those are former pro players. I don't need to be there. I could send Damon there if you want to have people that are former pro players or whatever. But they message the people who don't read their emails and shit. So there's that. I found it funny when people talk about the 05 scrims and y'all want both the hardpoints. Case number 90,000 about why you shouldn't take scrims as much as it is on face value. Brandon, this three-piece was so nasty. Did they have it on the screen the whole time? Oh yeah, they did. The pistol is godlike, dude. Are you gonna start seeing them save the op with this new rule? Yeah, probably. Not really a good excuse for anyone directly on or involved with the team to not be reading a message from the league, though. Oh, I agree. Don't get me wrong, the players should be doing it. But I'm saying if you actually want action, the players are like the last people you should be going to. If you're going to the managers or the coaches or something, because I check my email, but I didn't receive any message or anything about that or to relay that to the players or anything. So I don't know. I guess the communication would be better, but I also think the players should read their shit. Don't get me wrong. It's not an excuse. I just think there's more communication channels you could be going to, personally. Can always alert the hierarchy, then send the players. Yep. Most people seem to be getting around overall, which is cool. IDK maybe too early, but my second favorite third game mode ever. I think the game mode has a lot of potential. I've been enjoying it. I just think there's some things that could benefit it so much. But hating it off the rip is kind of insane to me. That's just like you have to be at least a little bit open-minded with some of the stuff that we have to work with, you know? Dude, the fact that he got this first kill, I was like, once he got that first kill, I was like, oh shit, we're actually gonna win this hill and probably win the game. Because that's a gunfight I feel like he shouldn't win usually. He was like not getting aim assist on the top of the plane. I think it was against Abe, so he probably had a sub. Who's more hands-on with the team, you or Damon? I mean, both. I don't know. What do you mean hands? I don't know really what do you mean by hands-on. I mean, we're both like in the trenches every day with them in the call and stuff. I don't know. Would you say Shotzi was fatigued yesterday? Yeah, but again, I don't want to make that as an excuse for why we lost. Like, obviously, he wasn't fatigued, and that is a big reason why. But I don't want to take away from Gentleman's because I do think they played really well. And we lost the first series too. So I think I think it's hard to play 3 games back to back to back when it's 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, when you've been there since 11 a.m. I heard Satsi say they were running 3 Rs on this map. A lot of teams are switching up a lot of the stuff that they do based on the hill. 3 subs, 4 subs, 3 ARs. It's all going to be dependent on the map and hills. It's always how COD is kind of nowadays. Didn't Mates run 4 subs in the first map in the grand finals? At some points, yeah. And I believe in the Colossus too. I saw Sib running, or Sib and Dan. I don't know if at the same time, but definitely, probably P1s, maybe P2s. Brandon was in absolute takeover mode. Oh, I didn't realize Mason had 36. 37. Dude, I thought Brandon was frying this map. I mean, I was only watching Brandon's screen. But damn, Mason actually tucked this map. I didn't realize that. Like, Brandon's 31 2 minutes was so impactful for this game, I think. Do you sometimes dream about the perfect setup on a real note? No. I think about setups and strats a lot, but I don't dream about. I don't know if I've dreamed about it. Wait, does this have the? No, this ends. Oh, did Seth's stream end? Did it not have the finals? Oh shit. Who do I go to? Or was it a second stream? Chat, did Seth watch the full thing or no? Oh, maybe he didn't. Oh, he was streaming for fucking 12 hours at that point. He did? Oh, so he doesn't know the finals? Or why did it not, why did it cut off? Alright, I'll have to watch Tommy's then. This comeback was fucking crazy though. I think it starts at the, what is it, P4 or P5? We don't have the video audio? Wait, Chad, you not had the video audio the whole time? Nah, L chat, bro. You guys gotta tell me this shit, bro. I'm new to some of this audio streaming shit. You actually troll chat. Holy fuck, chat. I'm thinking you guys can hear it the whole time. You guys gotta tell me you don't have audio. Damn, chat. I thought you had my back. You thought it was on purpose? Damn, alright. I guess so. You were chilling? I hear that, I hear that. Wait, what happened here? Oh, the observer drop? Good thing I have 2 observers.
They're good over there, yep. No, good, swap the teams. This is, it's just in your head, swap the teams. OpTic Gaming a purple. We're on the backup. Oh, Jesus.
Whose POV was I watching this one? I think I was watching Brandon's again on this map.
Well, that's crazy. That's a microphone.
Oh man, I could feel that. I could feel that burp.
Tens of thousands of people. Hey,
Oh, the colors are wrong though.
So Genomage is green.
Alright, I was tweaked out. I was like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here?
So who's winning right now?
Dude, Genomage. This team and the teammates. That's the 4th one I believe.
Oh, you guys are good.
You know they're good for it. You know they're real good for it.
By the way, do you know if the CDL is going to implement the live comms from the coaches from EWC?
Might have gotten a nice big
I don't know if they announced yet, but I don't think so.
Ghosty pops off because he has the God gun.
Man, restart this shit, man.
Went 8-2.
Restart this shit. They always do this to I'm just gonna pull the plug, bro.
Nah, the map reset because they like what happened was what they realized is if a player hosted the game and did the rules and stuff, it was much easier for the game to start and people wouldn't be having the strict nat type thing and not being able to join the lobby. So Kyler was making the rules and he didn't have the respawn delay on that first go at Blackheart. There's like so many rules you have to change, but now once CDL starts, we'll have the CDL game mode, so it won't be a problem.
Who fucked up the rules, Kason?
Oh, Kason's telling him. Kason snitching? What the hell, Kason?
Coming out from the wow. Actually, no, definitely not full 60, but they got a break. Now they're racking up the time, so good work. Wow. And everybody in the lobby says
Man, Ghosty is.
You have any videos on YouTube where you talk about how you got involved in the coaching space / with OpTic? I think your job is sick. I'd like to hear the story. I've done some podcasts like the Hitch Around the Bar. I tell some of my story. I'm trying to think of other. I did the Attach podcast. I can think of other ones. Those are probably the best ones. I actually do. I not. Maybe I don't have one on my YouTube of like the actual full-on story. Dan's been tucking with the sub. Oh, he's 17 and 4. I didn't even fucking realize that.
The gentlemates.
Should be.
Got a clean 30 so far.
Battling down from the deficit now, looking for the
Should be a break at OpTic though. Oh my god.
He's shooting.
He actually can't die.
He got another one.
He got 3.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Dan is moving.
Who's this guy feel like?
20 and 4.
Yeah, that's why the maps were getting insta-ended sometimes.
Can we get a
By the way.
4.3 to Chet?
Oh, now we're watching this guy get spawns. Okay, we know he does it.
He's doing great.
This is what gives him dope.
Bro, are my eyes just awful, or is it so hard to read the gray with it blending in the map and the green is not even that like bright? It's actually kind of checking me out.
He's actually 18 and 7.
I have to like super hard focus on the minimap. Why would they not just use white? I feel like white would be so much better for this.
Hold up. OpTic are back. Shotzi and Mercury's on the old bait and switch on the outside hardpoint here. This is not an easy point to hold.
Gray on mobile sounds awful.
The wall run area, or jump rather. We don't run on walls.
Wow. Dante got 2 there.
He's over.
How do you think Dan has grown as a player since you coached him? It's hard to tell as like I mean, obviously he's always been a flexible player and willing to do whatever role it needs to be of him in the team. But it's hard to see how he's grown as like a teammate or player without coaching him himself. Gameplay wise though, he's always been like pretty good flex, and you see him on different roles in teams. Like sometimes he's, you know, the star of the show and goes off and fries, and sometimes he's playing more of like a supporter type role and more for like comms focus, more objective focus.
You would think with 4 entrances is he'll be the break.
Inside hardpoint as well. Beautiful time.
really not.
Beautiful scoreline. It's 138 climbing here. Paris gentle mate.
Wow, Gentlemate's
They had us in an absolute demon here.
Someone gets one shot, they got another guy flying at him. Like, it's just so clean.
But it was kind of like the same thing as
Sid with 4. I mean, fuck it then.
as what we did at the end. So that's the other thing about this, chat. I'm telling you, it's so one-dimensional that, bro, it was like the LET scrim that we had. You can put people in such demons on this map that it is fucking impossible sometimes. It just probably, it feels impossible because of the situation you're in. It's like, okay, you put one guy here, now you guarantee they can't come here and they have to flood this one lane. It's all funneling. It's literally all funneling. And that's why I'm low-key not even surprised this is the first map that to have such a big comeback on, because it is like, it is so chain heavy where you can get really fucked sometimes, like really fucked if you don't get yourself out of it quick enough. I mean, shit, we went down this way and then we turned on the switch and we put them in the same type of like blend, you know?
wow. Gentlemates are running them down.
Rather play this or raid? I don't know. I just want to see new maps, but I'm not a big fan of this. I think Colossus should go first, if anything, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. It just feels right now that it's, maybe it's because early in the game, and you know, we got to figure out like the most optimal way to break shit and stuff. Holes are pretty easy, so I want to keep an open mind with it. Did you guys try retrieve at all? No, I wanted to try it for search. When I was running around in it the first day, I was like, oh, this could, I mean, the bomb sites make sense. That does feel like it'd be a good search map. Even Brandon was saying it, but I don't think anyone ever tested it or whatever it was at the beginning, because it wasn't on this like the tournament websites. I don't think. I don't know why, but great question. Blackheart is a brain dead map. I just don't think there's as much depth compared to some of the other maps. I think, yeah, that's why I said Colossus 100% least depth in the entire game. Then I would say this map, and then the Scar Den exposures have depth to it. This feels like a Halo map, and that's not like a knock to Halo. It feels, it's just so symmetrical. It like everything kind of plays the same. But I want to keep an open mind with this map because it's a little bit different than Colossus. Colossus feels too symmetrical, everything's the same. This one has a little bit more structure, like different structure, and I just think they're just too small in general. This one is not more about the structure. This is just, it feels too small. Colossus is like too small and no structure.
Try to kill her on the back. It's a great nade. Oh, 3v1, last guy in Hiller spawn in front. They gotta go quick. Mercury's got.
Is Fidelity still best to run, or is NVIDIA DLSS better now? I actually don't know. I still run Fidelity Cast, but I've heard some people running NVIDIA DLSS, so I don't know. I'm not savvy with that type of tech personally. Linear or dynamic? Dynamic, 100%. Meltdown S&D at some point? I hope. I think Meltdown is top 5 search map. Maybe even top 3. Top 5 for sure. So I would love to see that in the game. Especially because we haven't had a remastered at any point.
Shots is heating up right now.
With the anti-air. Dashy now trying to hold it together. The drop shot only got
Dante's still ripping.
That 3-piece by Dante, I thought we lost. I'm not gonna lie. How do we break on into this?
Getting every kill on the map.
Oh, was this the... Oh, Ant gets 2 and 1. Oh, he gets 3.
Genomade's AR, they're just popping off right now.
I wonder if they thought we spawned back left here and not at the ring. That's definitely what they thought. Hey, Zinni, appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you, man. Did anyone play a single raid S&D/Overload this weekend? Well, it's not in the map set for Overload, but for raid S&D, yeah, no one played it. I think teams just don't like it. I mean, we don't like it, so it wasn't gonna be in our series.
It's going back to a P1.
Not gonna happen on this point. Chance to
They get the kills here. They can put them
This P1, this transition to P1 was godlike. I think the team kill fucked them over a lot, obviously. But oh no, I guess they still spawn up. I thought they. Okay, I guess they still spawn up and had a chance at it. Big kills by Brandon here.
Doable. They got in.
And then this P1 from this point on, I gotta see how many times we die. All right, so we got 24, 22, 30, 26. 24, 22, 30, 26. I'm just noting that down. I gotta see how many times we die as a team. Because this shit was perfect. Brandon held the fuck out of this. Dude, he read this bro. He read this spawn out. He was like, yo, can they pinch? This guy didn't even pinch. He just spawned out here because of Mace's route. Mace taking this route, we got to be careful. We have to be hard blocking. And I guess number 1 isn't hard blocking from this point. Like, you have to be super deep. And Brandon read the fuck out of this. That was such a good read. Oh, wrong team. Shit, you're right. I was looking at the colors. My bad. All right, so let's see when we break on in, right here. All right, 31, 30, 25, 30. All right, you guys got it.
Holy fuck, there's no way.
This Brandon reading this spawn is so fucking insane. Dude, we've probably had what? I mean, you guys have seen on stream. What have we had, like 3-4 reps on this map? And he's just like, yo, can they pinch? The pinch is open, and he just reads the spawn out. And it actually fucking smokes them because paired with that Mason route, and he gets the kill on number 5, flips them out. Now we know they're spawning back left after we kill Envoy, and it's just a blend. It's literally the blend that they had us in before. And starts cutting left, gets 2.
fight in literally 2 hills.
It's just a perfect setup. Again, it's all just funneling. You kind of, it's all straight up. Like, you have to gun us out of this, basically, or attack us out, do something to get out of it. And fucking smoke them there. That dub window might be his hotspot. Oh my god, I didn't realize he was on that type of spree. Because he gets a streak from that, right? Brandon getting this kill front nude as well was big. Car gets the kills, he gets hyped. I'm like, oh, we won this shit. We're winning this shit 100%. We get pushed up. Ant's calling the streak in. It explodes the front side here. You know, Mason pushed it out. Yeah, Mason pushed it out. He gets one on the wall run and was able to go back, get one through the front door as well. Streak comes through, huge cloud of smoke. So I'm like, oh my god. Hopefully this guy doesn't get through and somehow kill Brandon, somehow make it mixy. But we're able to get the kill, make the comeback. That's a crazy comeback. And then they start shouting, and then obviously we fucking lose after that, unfortunately. But you know, it's fucking 12:30. We played 3 matches in a row. It's fine. But sorry, I had to make the excuse. But also, you know, gentlemen did play well. I'm just trying to be funny. All right, what do we say? What was it? 30? Did anyone count it up? Let me see. 2 deaths? Was it actually 2 deaths? 31, 30, 25, 30. Yeah, 2 deaths. 2 deaths in that span. After breaking the P1. That was crazy. Dude, we were up 4-2 in this search too. This is the one that haunts me more. It's not even the overload, like overtime. It was this one because we were up 4-2. And dude, Dante was piecing up with the snipe, I'll be honest. Dante's impact with the snipe yesterday was really, really big.
And they just walked into the trap. I was gonna say Venus fly, but here we are. Ghosty.
Dan,
1v3
generation 1v3, Dan.
A little bit of time to work with. Revenge against Dashy and Hook.
Will they GA the snipe? No. I think they'll either allow the snipe if they take the aim assist off, or we'll probably keep this rule. This two death rule.
No, you can do it. Go. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Who checks it?
And we have to wait till the round ends because the game's broken.
It's gonna be a year, bro.
How was it playing with that rule? Was it hard to track? It wasn't hard to track, but again, it made a little bit of a dynamic where they had to be thinking about it. Like comms wise, constantly after each round, they were like, "Yo, okay, he still has 1 to left," or "Oh, does he have 1 left?" You know, have we killed him yet? Yeah, we killed him. But did he have snipe that round? No, he didn't have a snipe. Like, at least communication wise, it was another thing to think about, which is always good.
No shit.
We're all sitting here watching.
You always want to have
You just said that like you're
some more depth to it, you know?
I'm gonna make it a reference. There's only 8 people playing.
I think the only thing that's hard to track is if you kill him and you don't know if he was sniping or not. Most of the time, you'll be able to see, like, okay, the glint was there, or he, you know, sniped it, or, you know, you can see in the kill cam that he had it out. But there are going to be some edge cases where you can't tell for sure.
So gonna miss.
Hold up.
Oh man.
Take a shot. Yeah, he will. He just.
Oh, wow.
Just guns him. All right.
Wait, number 1, Mark just got insane time.
Can you explain what the 2 death rule means? It just means that if you pull out the snipe that round and you die with it, or you can only die twice with the sniper. And then you can't use it anymore. So you can have the sniper out, you can get 3 kills with it, die, you still only have 1, you know, life that you can use with it the rest of the game. If you get 3 kills and you live, you continue to use it, and you can use it for 2 more, you know, like, or, okay, everyone's saying 2 lives, it really should be 2 deaths. Because when you say lives, it can sometimes mean like a life in a round. Like, let's say you respawn the next round, you technically didn't respawn because you didn't die, but it's a new life because you're starting in spawn. It's 2 deaths. 2 deaths is the best way. Yeah, exactly. You can only die with it twice. Because some people were like, "Oh, he used it that round. He can't." But it's like, "Oh, he didn't die that round. They won the round. He got, you know, 2 kills." he can continue to use it.
Oh.
Doesn't have to be consecutive, basically, and that makes for a lot of a meta game, a mini game, honestly. Because let's say you snipe round 1 and you die with it. Now you got to choose, okay, when the fuck is the best time for me to actually use this again? Or let's say you don't snipe with it round 1 because you want them, you know, possibly thinking that you could be sniping round 1, and you end up winning the round. You go up 1-0, and now you're like, okay, I still got 2 lives with this. Like, I can pull it out now and kind of make them tweak, or I can just not pull it out at all and keep making them tweak and be like, okay, save it for some like insurance, you know? So there's gonna be like a little meta mini game with it, which I kind of like.
But I'm gonna be honest, if they hit the pitch as quick as Shotzzy, they can do it. But I don't think they're doing it as quick as that.
The Norse mythology thing happens.
You know what I mean? It did get a little sketchy.
What will happen if you die 2 times and use it? Will it be like a red card, a forfeit? I guess it's a red card as in a GA. There wouldn't be a forfeit. It's not something that CDL is enforcing at the current moment, at least. So it would be like breaking a GA. Will people start saving snipes if they go into a 1v4 like in CS? Yes. I personally thought, like in that 1v3 where Brandon was bottom red on Den, I thought he should have insta just wants to save it against, it was LAT.
But nothing was actually thrown, so that's a bit of a...
But obviously you have the confidence, you have the sniper in your hands, and you're like, okay, you know, maybe I could do this. But you know, sometimes it is more beneficial for your team just to keep it for another round.
Incredibly
Alright, 4v2.
4-1.
Now 4v1.
Who called alone at this point in time? You may as well chalk it. He's not playing for streaks. He's got nothing on the cards right now. I mean, you may as well. Give the boys one.
Is there a boat? I don't see a boat over there.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can
Okay.
see it in the kill.
Gentleman's on a board.
The prize
Gentleman's in the air.
is...
So what's the consequence of breaking GAs? Great question. I don't know. We had to miss a scrim day for it, but then
Is it? I think
Paco stair glitched in the winners finals, and for some reason they weren't punished for it. I don't know.
Is it a canoe?
And dude, I don't know. The Brandon stinking thing, was that a snake, dude? That was a straight up
I don't know. I don't recall.
Here we go.
third person cheese.
Round 4.
No?
Call outs video yet.
I don't know. Maybe you could make the case for it. Fuck it.
Educational content.
It's over and done with. We served our punishment of 1 day of scrims.
A legend.
Fantastic coach, world champion.
Nice guy. Dressed as well.
Extremely true.
Mid-map. Smoked out.
Okay, I'm kind
What do they do off the break here?
Fantastic coach, world champion. Crowder. Legend.
A legend.
Bro, these nades, is this a round? Oh, they didn't hit the nades this round. Dude, they were cashed that one round where they hit the double nade. I'm telling you, they're right now the best tag team, I think.
Okay, I'm kind of liking this.
Best with their tags.
Blew his life, barely.
Like, look at all the tags that they've thrown so far and the impact that they've had. Nade middle stops us from like progressing up towards middle here. Stuns Ant. Envoy nade or Envoy smoked middle.
Oh, what a play.
Gonna get a perfect kill into Neptune. You're
I don't know,
on.
it just
Smoke play.
impact on
He doesn't hit a
that
bullet,
tag
though,
stuff
in
was
the
really
straight.
really good.
Far out. Hook does though. 2v2.
Is everyone running nades and search? Yeah. I mean, frags are OP right now.
At the
I
time
think
to
Davis
make a
is
little
pulling
bit
up
of an
here in a sec.
impact, but his teammate's going to plant the bomb. They're going to have to play a defensive setup in the post plant. Hook and Dashi
Also,
in the retake.
I don't want to say anything because technically we're not supposed to talk about the new shit.
He's in a great spot here to be hidden.
But you'll figure out something soon,
It's gonna get checked.
or maybe someone will talk about it. I
And he is feeling the tension. Envoy
since we can't stream the scrims, that means like at least I think that we can't talk about shit. So
Alright, gentlemen, it's Viden. Bring it
I'll
Tied up, folks.
you'll come to find out soon enough
A great
what I'm
setup
talking
there.
about.
Defensive post plant.
Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even brought it up. I completely forgot about
Here we go,
not talking about it.
In the mo-
that comeback?
No, I was on the
Bro,
Oh, man.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I saw everyone on Twitter freaking out.
Bro, it's 228 to, or it's 220 to 98.
No, sorry. Okay, chat. We can't stream our scrims this week because with CDL accounts coming today, we can't stream the new patch or the new content. So
Small as hell.
obviously things have changed in this new patch. We can't stream that. CDL has asked us to. So there's a change in you know the thing we're playing, the CDL build, that I can't talk about right now. That's
Some movie shit.
I'm just dropping it though.
Was a setup.
Similar to round one.
Is it good or bad or pro or con for? Oh no, it's.
He said it's just
I mean, you'll find out.
It's just a funny
Oh
thing.
shit.
Yeah, he was talking that shit.
Oh,
That's gonna be traded. Good
Yep.
trade from Hook.
3v2.
Somebody's going around. Who is that? It's Dan Ghosty. He's trying to make a
Our
play.
team operators more creative this year after seeing Boston's last year.
Waiting for that
Yeah,
for
he's
I mean, ours is. I just don't know about others. I haven't seen the others.
Good round. What's good, Davis?
Yeah, we're just gonna be on the CDL build to practice this week, and we have to do server. Like I'm doing server testing tomorrow at the office before scrims.
So I was like,
He's been
So
holding it the other day.
dude, it's been.
so we have to have the accounts, and the accounts are just on the new build of the game, so we can't
This game's fun to watch.
stream it.
Yeah, it is.
unforgiving.
We've seen
Bro, Overload has been.
Are we seeing the New Jerseys this week? I assume so, because our match is this week. So yeah.
Nah, there have been Overload gruelers, bro. It's been really
Is that
exciting.
tune good now? Yeah, he's really good.
It's nothing too big, chat. Me talking about it just gassed the fuck out of it, but it's not. I'm just. It was something that I was talking about with how the game was playing, and it just
Yeah, he's nice.
came into my head. I'm not supposed to.
And then Andy, he's 19.
Hex showed it already? Oh, I didn't watch the vlog today. Did he show it?
we're letting shots. He just get through in the back.
Shots, he just hitting the left side.
It's not ranked, chat. It's not ranked.
Pops a two-piece.
What kind of champion are you? You go with it.
Yeah, you guys are gassing up this minor. Like I don't. All right, drop it. So yeah, we ended up going up 4-2 in this shit, man. This is the one that hurts. I gotta see what happened in these next ones. I think, dude, there's one round where
Cooking him up.
Brennan's tack. Is it gonna be on his screen?
4-0.
I think it's this round. Yeah, dude, it's this round. Does it go on Brandon's screen?
Seen that one yet? 'Cause I don't.
That's a good angle, by the way. I don't think I've seen Brandon use that one.
Good on Sib though. Oh, he's seen it all, man.
Shot.
Yeah.
Take that.
Kyler was kind of losing full with the sniper. Like Dante had his number with a sniper. Like the last two
Here's the next one coming in for Neptune.
last two tournaments.
Hands up top, down low. He's got the timing.
But that's just a adapting thing. We're just gonna have to adapt to it for sure.
Two. Beautiful round.
Was it not this round? I thought we were on offense. Maybe it was later in the round.
Like what they're doing. If you die twice with it, you can't use it. But
Then he found
okay, well now he can't snipe, and it wasn't working anyway, even when he was. You know what I
Also,
mean?
like, if you've already.
This is a double nade round.
Snipe, and it wasn't working.
Fuck,
anyway,
dude.
Even when he was. You
This
know?
nade is just so.
If you've already died twice.
Oh. Oh my god.
Like, look at the frags, bro. Look at the frags.
It's 4 in a row.
And Mercules is gonna clutch the fuck out of this.
Oh my god.
Go on, son.
Come on.
No, not
Give
it.
him another. He knows.
Dude, I thought Mace almost. Dude, if he didn't tag Mace,
No, not it.
He knows.
dude, he tags Mace and stops the region. If he doesn't stop the region, I think Mace wins this. Because he's 32 here. It starts going back up, but he tags him.
He knows.
I actually think he wins it if he doesn't stop his heal.
God. What is this game?
If he would have clutched that, that would
4
have been
nade kills
insane.
to almost 1v3.
Any other material.
That was sick.
A good wall.
Volley by the great comms right now.
Doing it right now.
Signal off season.
Was this the round? Oh, this is the round. Bro, Brandon's tack hits a fucking one of these.
He's on his spree, you know. He's got
Bro, his stun. First off, he tries to nade the bomb, or sorry, trophy the bomb. For oh no, it's the stun that comes first. The stun hits one of these like little, like awning poles, bounces back to him, and then he tries to throw a trophy, and that shit also hits some type of like invisible thing, and he tries to trophy the bomb, and so he doesn't get the trophy on the bomb, and I think Kyler gets naded on bomb or stunned or something. Yeah, he gets naded right here, so he can't get the bomb down instantly. It was so unfortunate, and we end up losing the round off of that.
Oh my god, how is Envoy alive?
Get trades.
Yeah, he was in literal hell that round. That was so unfortunate.
Here with a snipe. Bomb clearly over towards Zay though. He's being cautious about the pinch. If Shotzi is alive, you need.
Because if you see anyone top wood over here, there's a trophy like on top of the walkway instead of on the bomb.
That's the round.
It's so unlucky.
All right, gentlemen. Take the
Gentlemen,
lead.
brought it back.
Okay. 3 straight. Here.
Pretty much love, man.
You're also gonna be.
Why are so many tweaking over this series? I prefer the boys not to get them complacent. I don't know. We weren't tweaking off of that. Honestly, bro, we after the match we were just like, yo, GG's. Like, unfortunate this went fucking super late, but like, yeah, we'll talk about some stuff this week. It wasn't like such a big deal.
OpTic's like gonna read this.
Obviously, we would have loved to have won it, but
Waiting. Getting it.
I think everyone was kind of just checked out with
Yeah, you got a lot to watch here, though, man. You got top
just
of
the
to worry
time
about.
spent there, obviously.
You got the 18-wheeler cuts. Oh, and you don't go for that.
Ah,
Shot.
4v2.
It's clean snipes. I'm telling you, dude. You know, Dante was in takeover mode this map.
In the grand finals, shy of
Great.
Bruce missed his shot.
They
Oh,
might
he
be
had a
OP,
sniper too.
dog.
For sure. Isis and Tommy Boy.
And we'll watch the overload. The other two maps are just like,
This is default.
dude, we couldn't even get a kill on the Colossus, and then the den was just. I'm not gonna lie, the den search everyone was kind of just checked out.
Okay, well then there you go.
I hate to say it, but that's the vibe I was getting, and yeah, we didn't really play it well to begin with anyway.
In we go to man, what will be
Love this
we've already
map,
seen the
love
main
this
plates,
game
they are
mode.
good.
This was what I was talking, chat. I gotta get the percentages or something, or I'll track it through the year. But the percentages of B caps on both sides versus A caps, dude, it's gotta be like 90%. No one ever caps these bottom ones.
Know exactly what's going on. Quick grab here from the Paris Gentlemakes, and away we go. A zone is wide open. Hook's the only man up in a position to contend this. And a tremendous amount of respect chance being shown. They're not just going to fly.
I think S&D is the team's worst mode right now. I think it's just the mode that they have the least amount of reps together. A lot of the reps in S&D that they have were from those like initial tourneys.
If anything, show less
So once we just get it down of them playing together, even though we were like doing actually pretty well, I was surprised how well we were doing with Search, with not a lot of reps like together. If that makes sense, because I mean it's still like really early in the game.
Pop 2 as well. That's a big 2.
But
Neptune.
I think that's the thing we'll be able to talk about a lot this week.
Fuck now.
and you're going to leave the overload device. Got it, that's
They're gonna wait for number 1 to
Are they running tac mask or flak? Depends on the situation. A lot of players are switching constantly.
towards B, and it's
Oh, no.
Hook is going to
Merc won it. It's it.
got it.
Do you actually have the CDL builds? I'm wanting to play 8s and need the current CDL builds. Someone's probably got in their chat.
Seconds too late, and it's going to spawn on this side up as well. Sad, OpTic do lose control of the goal line.
I don't think they saw him,
Actually,
right?
Kofi
They
finding
didn't
the way
see
forward,
shots,
looking
I
for
don't
the
think.
second.
Or did they?
You know,
They
and
saw.
this is a very small thing, but maybe in that very specific situation, first guy stun, everybody else has
4 down.
just a
First one out gonna be
shot.
Number
Shotsy.
3.
Gotta try and slow him down here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to clear this guy though.
6 and 4.
Yeah,
They're gonna be spamming.
Is tac and flak together G8'd? I think it is, and in my opinion, I don't think it should be. Cause dude, Chad, if you're gonna G8 tac flak, you can't use lightweight, right? I feel like that's a good trade-off. Like,
What's the point though?
you can't use lightweight,
Yeah.
or you think everyone's just gonna use the tac flak thing?
Points.
I don't know.
When it spawns
I think it's a good enough trade-off to think about, but is it OP?
I mean, they couldn't wait right there, though.
I know that's the problem. They were
That's why I'm not sure about why it was like insta G8 with it.
Spawned up on that, like, they spawned in their spawn, so they had time to reinforce the point, like, or the device.
People will
Is everyone running Ninja and respawns? I think some are, some aren't.
hard to set up, to be honest. Like, you need to get a clean
I'm not
point
100% sure
right
though.
off point.
I don't know how hard or how easy or hard sound whoring is going to be in this game, especially on LAN.
Spawn over here, like,
I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear footsteps on LAN.
Taking the ball down low.
or countered.
Hard for that.
They're waiting for Hook to make the play.
Number 1's on the pinch, but this shit is getting red.
Oh, he's got good shots in him. He's got a lot of damage, but no kill. Sid picks him up from
Honestly,
behind.
Dante and Dan have done a really good job of, in these respawns, picking up the
Dashing back
pinch,
now, Spawn.
especially.
Trying to keep that ball contained.
Wow.
Thoughts on overclock tax equipments? Apologies if already talked about.
Got some pace now up
I think they're like pretty OP right now. I just don't like that.
for Hook, though. A neat little goal for the nuke to cause
Wait.
I feel like there should be like more balance to it. You just get free overclocks. You know what I mean?
goal.
How much better would overclocks be if there was a pick system, like a pick 10 system? So you give up like a perk to overclock 2 of your taxers, or I don't know, you give up something to get something. I don't like that you just get free overclocks personally,
Those moments we're going to see an overload where you're hoping for a situation.
and I think they're pretty OP right now.
Instead, you get daggered. Still, though, the kills go their way. Merc is
Dead.
still maintaining the map.
And if they were gonna GA the overclocks, you can't even like police it because you don't know if a team is overclocking or not. There's no way to tell.
Control of the ball. Fight your way forward, because don't forget, after this one, yeah, they want to hit B. They want B because the ball is going to
Just jumped
spawn
over
on
his
the top
head.
side of the map. Try to maintain control.
Thoughts on opinions on Flame, blah blah blah. We talked about it. Bunch.
Find this. Big Bruce
Do
finds
they read the
two.
guy in her?
And that's
Do
gonna
they
be a
read him?
clearance now. Try to make a play.
No.
Count out.
Hey, your boy Andal, appreciate the sub. Thank you, man, for 8 months. Love to see the VOD sessions back on the stream. Gonna be a great year. Hope you get some nice time off during the holidays. Thank you, man. Hope you do too.
Coming through from Civ. He might be 5 and 9, but he just saved themselves a point in that moment. Now Now Merc, though, thinking about breaking ankles. His teammates are not down low, so he's going to meet him. Another B hit, and that is 3.
That wrap is like very, very sketchy, but it's like it has to be done almost.
Oh, the shots at the front lines. Oh, and they shut it down.
I was surprised we got stopped there. I thought that was a good wrap, honestly.
They won't know Hughes here, though.
He's just gonna slay out.
Trey could disable overclock in the CDL modes. Yeah, they could.
On the device.
But again, that's
It will reset soon.
leaving it up to the devs to do, for sure.
You better be careful about parking it in
Yeah,
here.
you gotta try to.
And
Oh,
Hook,
couldn't get
well,
it.
that's what he's diving in for, but not in enough time. We reset to go back to mid.
Yeah, great. Honestly, and if they set up a little bit better, wait, with a 3 dead,
A
this
few
is
kills.
They might be
gentlemen.
able. They might be able to.
They're gonna bring
get
this right. They're gonna probably bring this right
Can
side here.
cut before this guy's.
Yeah, they're bringing it right.
They capped this, right? Towards the end?
Wait,
Yeah,
they-
dude,
oh, did
I-
they get this one?
final 10.
They did.
Are we gonna
Oh,
get
that's a
this
good.
in?
Run.
What happened here, that dude? I feel like this was so weird at the end of the round that I felt like we just.
Go back to mid. Yeah, great. Honestly, and if they set up a little bit better, wait.
Oh, they just got
A few kills.
They might be
gentlemen.
able
2 kills solar side.
They're gonna bring this right.
And with Kyler, Kyler going ring, and I guess he squad spawns them on A, so we can't actually wrap towards B.
Bring this right side here.
We have to like overextend through A. Oh,
Bringing
that's
it right. That's a big kill from Neptune in their base.
that just sets them up.
Oh, if they get this.
Back to mid. Yeah.
I wonder if Kyler like wrapping towards A actually squad spawns them like that.
They might be able.
It has to be.
Right. They're gonna probably bring this.
A little bit better, wait, with a 3 dead.
A
This
few
is
kills.
They might be
gentlemen.
able. They might be able to.
They're gonna bring
get
this right. They're gonna probably bring this right
Can
side
he
here.
cut before this guy's.
Like the spawn actually just fucks us because like they can't just run back and go pipes. Like they literally have to just run forward. But the guy
Cut before this guy's.
they already have map control, so the ball guy just takes it right.
From Neptune in their base.
Trying to see what you can even do from that scenario. I guess you just
Go back to mid.
don't double die towards the tank
set up a little bit
like
better,
that.
wait, with a 3 dead. This is
We reset. Go.
get
Well,
it.
that's what he's diving in for, but not in enough time. We reset. Go back to mid. Yeah.
They're gonna bring
get
this
this.
right.
All right, I'm just gonna skip to the overtime because I gotta go in a second.
Thrown on me. They gotta get to this.
This overtime was fucking tense, dude.
and ample
Brain, or it might be.
And so
safe.
Where
Oh.
have the device.
You start to win. Does anyone have anything?
They got nothing.
Do you think Gentleman knows that?
Wait, was there a guy?
Know that.
Bro, there wasn't a guy here low server? Bro, the door opened low server, so they thought a guy was here and they like team naded this. There's no one here?
They're gonna set up rotate.
There wasn't even anyone front server?
And now
Oh, what the fuck?
to wish.
See how they're clearing this? Dude, they like nade it and they full clear this lower thing because the door opened. Why the door open?
Have the rules. OT rules. In the man advantage is tied. You win the game. Advantage optic
Oh, I didn't know
Top window opened it?
someone like Rebo.
in this game.
What do you mean?
Set up. Oh, I didn't know that.
Time for someone like Rebo, Tom.
Set up.
If you think
Oh,
in this
I
Rotate. They're gonna set up rotate. They're gonna set up rotate. How much time?
But what do you mean top window opened it?
the device in the
Because
man
no one's top
advantage
window
is
here.
tied, you win the game. Advantage optic
Oh, I didn't know that.
Seven probably threw a grenade or stun? Maybe. That's what I was thinking after, but
Oh, I didn't know
I still thought there was gonna be someone
Someone
front.
like Rebo, Tom.
And now
Dude, because they're tweaking about it. They were like, they thought that someone was low front server here, so that's why they're clearing this like that. Wait, why the fuck did the door open?
Do you think Gentleman knows that?
They definitely know.
Probably.
Nor
I
does
think,
Ghosty.
right?
It is
They know. They
Maybe he saw. No, he 100% said he. I think Damon was watching the screen too.
Or was it always like that?
Probably always. I don't
We have to
know.
talk about that because I don't know what the fuck that was then.
Because I've seen people just literally.
Regardless, we have the ball in overtime, so therefore they have a UAV on one of our guys.
Wow.
I don't know. We kind of. I don't know if the overtime's gonna change, or I don't know. Does it change in the new? I don't think it changes in the new patch. I'm not sure. I actually haven't checked yet in this new shit, but
Here comes the hit from Hook.
we have an idea of like how to play overtime better. And then, dude,
Wait, they gotta trade
oh
out.
bro, if he cuts to A,
2v1.
we thought about it after, like right after too.
Wait for it to happen.
Get to the left.
Oh my god, key finesse.
I thought so. When he turned right here, I was like, oh, it's chalked because they're gonna be right behind him. I thought he was gonna go the long way, but I still now I saw it, I think he still dies even if he goes the long way. I was like, if he goes the long way and then insta slide, like hugs the wall and insta slides, I think maybe, but I don't know. I think he still dies. If he cuts to A or pipes to A, It's guaranteed cap. That's so hard in hindsight. That's so annoying.
He almost hit it, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was so close.
That almost did.
GG's though.
God.
Unfortunate. Good reps though on land. Good or land, quote unquote. But got some stuff to talk about, but we'll get it together. Chat, once again, no scrims this week streamed. Unfortunately, we'll be playing on CDL builds, so they asked us not to share the new content stuff. And yeah, that will do it for me. I'm not sure. I might be streaming later in the week, but it won't be scrims. If anything, I'll be back next week with the scrim stuff if we're streaming those. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me send you guys over somewhere. Who's streaming, chat? Who should we send it? Let's go watch Formal and Matt in the, maybe it's the OpTic Challengers guys. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care, chat. Peace.